I guess my first question for you, Logan, why exactly are you doing this interview?
Because people think that I'm some kind of a monster. I'm here to remove all the doubt, okay? My lawyer was telling me no, but my ego was telling me yes.
Now, Coffeezilla is someone who makes a lot of content exposing people who make scams, particularly influencers, and he's gone after people with some big platforms, but this time he's gone after somebody who's probably the most famous person that he has attempted to expose through his videos. In fact, he made a 3-part series because there was just so much to go over. Basically, a while back, Logan Paul also was involved in like a crypto pump and dump scheme called like Dink Doink, which is stupid. Please don't put your money into random crypto coins. Please invest in like, you know what? I'll give you some solid financial advice. Go to a financial advisor before making any large purchases. Jeez. And don't invest more than you can afford to lose. That's solid financial advice. And I don't think you can sue me for either of those things. Hopefully. Anyway, here's the beginning of Coffeezilla's first video on the entire matter, just to give you guys some background on what he's going to be saying and what's, you know, the foundation of all this drama.
CryptoZoo.co. I am so excited about this project. It's so fun. It's a really fun game that makes you money.
A fun game that earns you money. How much did you guys make from CryptoZoo?
I lost around $50,000 in CryptoZoo.
I lost $40,000.
I lost around $15,000 US.
I lost $25,000.
$120,000.
$500,000 Australian, which is $500,000 in CryptoZoo.
Shut up! No, you haven't.
Yeah, 500K.
Oh no.
Today we're investigating Logan Paul's CryptoZoo, a blockchain game that made millions but never worked. Some of you guys think you know the story, but it goes so much deeper. I've uncovered sociopaths, billionaires, fake orphans. Did I mention fake orphans? And of course, at the center of it, we have Logan Paul himself, who has abandoned this thing, leaving thousands of fake orphans in his wake. Wait a second. Thousands of victims in his wake. Now, you'll be hearing from some of those people because their stories are heartbreaking.
You know, it's really unfortunate to see people lose all of this money, because obviously everyone's trying to get in on the next Bitcoin. They're trying to be, you know, the next big crypto investor. They're trying to get a quick come up. And it just isn't a good idea. Honestly, the only cryptocurrency that even seemed like it had a future was Ethereum. And that thing never even got to the equivalent of a cent for each one. So why are you a grown person? Because obviously it sucks to get scammed. Duh. But why are you a grown person putting that much money into a cryptocurrency, bro? Like, dude, I don't think there's a financial advisor in the world that would tell you to do that. And if they do, you probably should fire him. Okay? You probably should just wash your hands of them, cut your losses, because if you stay, you're going to make a lot more losses. It's just so ridiculous, right? How do you even let this type of thing happen to yourself? Again, you know, getting scammed is bad. I'm not saying, oh, you know, it's kind of funny that they got scammed. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. I'm not even saying that they deserve it. I'm just saying that they brought it on themselves. And I feel bad for them for getting scammed, but they should have known better. You know, at some point you got to be like, this sounds a little bit too good to be true. Like, I don't know. But anyway, Coffeezilla and Logan ended up getting into it on Twitter, which was pretty interesting. So I'm going to get into that. I can't reply to Logan Paul directly, blocked, but it's pretty wild to refuse to talk to me for months, refuse to address investors for a year and a half, and then when caught, Logan says he's going to expose bad actors, quote unquote, cap. And then Logan in the screenshot said, while I generally appreciate Steven's creative genius and exceptional work ethic, I mean that this one is simply not true. When appropriate, all bad actors will be exposed, explained, and held fully accountable. I'll speak further on Impaulsive January 3rd. Pretty interesting to see somebody like Logan not just try to 72-hour rule this and just be like, oh, it'll be gone in no time. I'm not even going to pay this any attention, because we've seen him do that with other, scandals of his, whether it be the whole religion thing. He kind of took that one on the nose and just let it slide by. But I think that he really thinks that his reputation is on the line here, and I think he might be right about that. I think a lot of people will lose trust in him if he doesn't handle the situation correctly. So Logan came out and he said that he was going to invite Coffeezilla onto Impaulsive, and shows a screenshot of him sending an email to him. Obviously, this is a move meant to make him seem like, oh man, I'm not scared of confrontation. Okay, I'll talk to whoever I need to talk to. This thing, I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide, which is interesting. I don't think that people are starting to, favor him more or trust him more, especially given how Coffeezilla seems to have most of, if not all of, the public support in this situation. It seems way more people are on his side, but who knows? Maybe he'll have some sort of miraculous turnaround, by the end of me making this video, which isn't very likely, because just 23 minutes ago, as of the recording of this video, Coffeezilla put out a tweet himself where he said, Logan invited me on his show, quote unquote, but didn't include the email 24 hours before this where I invited him first onto my show along with Eddie, Crypto King, and Jeff. I'm happy to fly Logan down or live stream it, but I'm not flying to his Crypto Zoo tax haven on New Year's lol. It makes me sad to see you try to discredit my work given how many times I've reached out in good faith. Nevertheless, I want to invite you to tell your side of the story on my platform. So that doesn't make sense from Coffeezilla's perspective. Jeez. Just being like, yeah, I'm not coming to your studio. You can chop up what I say. You can make me look like a fool. And I'm pretty sure Logan's going to be afraid of the same thing. So honestly, they should just live stream it. And Coffeezilla suggests that himself when he says, if we live stream it, I will donate 100% to the Crypto Zoo victims. And if we have any left over, I will give it to Dink Doink holders. Which I will say, there is no way he makes $500,000 in a single stream. That would have to break a lot of records. I don't think that he'd even get close to that. But it is nice, maybe he divides it evenly. I don't think that there's any chance that he'll have any left over, considering how I heard that the total alleged amount is like 40 million, and that's just not gonna happen at all. There's no way a million people or over 5 million, I would say. Let's just be super hypothetical. I don't think 5 million people would watch that stream. And even if they did, they'd have to all donate like what, $8? Yeah, 5 times 8 is 40. Yeah. So that would be insane. All right. There's no way that happens. I don't even know why he brought it up. It is a nice, thought of him being like, oh yeah, you guys down the road. I was still thinking about you guys. But if you're a Dink Doink holder, I wouldn't hold my breath because it's not going to happen. I do really like how Coffeezilla is handling the situation. I do think that he's going to come out of this looking the better, as he tends to in most of these situations. I don't think that this is really going to, tank Logan's career. I think he sort of rides on scandals and controversies, as do most, mainstream influencers at this point. So the question is like, how are people going to view him? Like, from this point on, are people going to be willing to work with him? Are people going to be willing to, watch his content on like a grander scale? Because obviously he has a mixture of a younger audience. I would say, early teens to like mid-20s maybe is his audience. So does that later teen, mid-20s audience, that and those in between, do they start to go, I don't know how I feel about Logan. I think that he's a scammer. I don't want to watch him. Because when you think of people like FaZe K, he suffered greatly from that whole Save the Kids thing. And Rice Gum, he took a bit of a hit, but he was fine. So again, it's all varying, and we'll just have to see. that's really what a lot of these things come down to sometimes. It's just what happens. So I'm going to end it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.